Are you that person who feels compelled to pet every dog you see? Well, let me ask you, do you feel compelled to pet every child you see? I'm animal behavior specialist and researcher David Kurlander, and today we're going to talk about proper socialization. There's a common thought that socializing a dog involves everybody petting your dog or bringing your dog to a dog park, and they're supposed to just magically get along with all the other dogs. We are not considering individuality. We're not considering the true nature of a dog. Packs are introverts. They stick very close together and they derive all their safety from each other. There's absolutely no doubt that play occurs within the pack. But outside of the pack can be a little bit of a sketchy area for dogs. I have never seen a wolf leave its pack to go play with a coyote. Let me put it that way. I am well known for trying to minimize anthropomorphism when it comes to perceiving the psychology of another being. But if there's one scenario where I would say we should do a little bit of anthropomorphizing, it's on this. If you would not let a random stranger touch your child, then I would not let a random stranger touch my dog. Their safety and security is derived in your ability to protect them. And a lot of times we misread affection and happiness, or what we see as affection and happiness is actually fear. That if somebody was to come and touch me and I didn't know who they were, and I looked to you, who's my parents, and you're not protecting me, I might be like, oh, okay. And get really ears down, really meek, and it might come off as affection when in reality it's fear. This puts the dog in a very awkward position, and if, God forbid, something happens, we then blame the dog. Proper canine socialization is coexisting. Just like us, we don't like everybody we meet, and we're not forced to like everybody we meet. But we do have certain rules of society that say, or actually, let's say, these are rules from my mama. If you don't like somebody, then just shut up and leave. You have the freedom to leave, but your dog doesn't. Your dog is leashed and tethered to you, and the dog might not feel comfortable in this situation, and you are allowing it to happen, causing a mistrust in the pack. So if a dog is familiar with the person and there's a relationship and a bond and a level of trust there, then that would be an appropriate time for that dog to say hi to somebody. Imagine if I was walking through the mall and everybody felt compelled to touch me. I wouldn't go back to the mall again. That's for sure. Yes, I'm an introvert by nature, but I'm not that introverted. But if everyone's violating my personal space, personal space, people. If everyone's violating my personal space and they're not accepting my form of communication or what makes me feel comfortable, then I'm just going to wind up avoiding the area, which for dogs, we would label that an unhealthy fear, when in reality, it's the environment causing the unhealthy fear. If I'm walking through the mall and all of a sudden I see my sister, my dog will show genuine happiness and want to be pet. That's affection. It's the lack of understanding, that lack of individual need, and lack of structure. Who's protecting you if random people can just keep touching you. So if this information was helpful to you, make sure you leave a like and subscribe.